you definitely enjoy shopping in Japan than your country.
100%.
If you convert the price of everything, it
Yep.
just encourages you to spend a lot more money at the moment.
Is there anything that you wouldn't buy generally in your country, but because of this trading rate, you bought something in Japan? Thank you for your time today. Firstly, where are you guys from?
South Africa,
How long have you guys been in Japan?
for about 4 days so far.
days. What brought you to Japan?
COVID finally stopped and
Ah.
the borders opened.
For traveling?
Traveling.
For traveling.
Yes.
Would you mind me ask you, what do you do in your country?
I'm a software engineer.
Soft engineer.
Yes.
And what about you?
Product manager.
Product manager.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for sharing. The topic of today is about shopping in Japan. The exchange rate now in Japan is pretty cheap for any country. So I'm gonna ask you about your shopping experience in Japan. So my first question is this the main reason why you came to Japan because of the trading rate?
Not really, but it helps. It helps a lot.
It helps a lot. Is there any things that you wouldn't buy generally in your country because it's expensive or something, but because of this trading rate, you bought something in Japan?
A coat.
A coat.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Ah.
It's very expensive in South Africa, so yeah.
What about you?
I bought some snow boots.
Snow
So we
boots?
don't
Oh, you
have snow, so
Okay.
you wouldn't necessarily find it there, but I found some snow boots here. So I'm
Okay.
quite,
It's affordable.
it was affordable.
So are you gonna snow in Japan?
We're gonna fall.
We're gonna
We're gonna
fall.
try and ski.
Ah,
We've
first
never-
time?
First time.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Where are you guys gonna go for ski?
Niseko.
Niseko?
Yeah, it's up north. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I've been to Zao Onsen
Hmm.
with snowboarding, but
Mm.
I'm not good. I'm not good. I just fall.
So with your new items, maybe you can do it like better.
Yes.
Yes.
How much money did you spend for shopping during this trip?
So the snow boots were around what?
20,
Yeah.
25,000 yen.
Yeah, around about 1,000 yen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a lot more. I'm gonna
We're
spend.
still going to shop.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend probably 100,000, 200,000 yen. Maybe
100,000. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna spend.
I want to buy.
Yeah.
If it will fit in my luggage, I'm gonna buy
Yeah.
a toilet seat. Japanese Japanese toilet seat. I want
Okay,
one.
you like it?
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's
You
so
want
good.
one in your house.
I really do. I really
Okay,
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're expensive. But maybe with the exchange rate, maybe it's
Yeah.
affordable this time.
Yeah. Maybe with a little bit bigger bag, suit
A
bag.
second
We'll
suitcase.
buy a suitcase. We'll buy a cheap
suitcase.
suitcase. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Anime figures, camera stuff.
Camera
So
stuff.
yes, Yodobashi is the best shop in the world. And
Okay.
I'll go to Yodobashi and get some maybe new lenses for my camera, maybe a tripod. I like the variety.
Okay.
And because it's cheap now, it's
Yeah,
great. It's
yeah.
great.
Best chance to buy electric items.
Yeah, Akihabara, Yodobashi, very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
What about you?
Some clothes for myself, and then
clothes.
maybe some gifts for my family and friends at home. Yeah. So,
Okay.
but we'll see. I mean, I'm more interested in like traditional Japanese items, but I know that they can be quite expensive because they're custom made and they're still handmade.
yeah.
So I'll see what fits into my budget.
Yeah, even though the rate is low, but it's still expensive,
It's
right?
still very
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah. What is famous items for gift?
We don't know a lot. Our country doesn't know a lot about the Japanese, so it's always something like chopsticks or
Chopsticks.
basic things. They don't know a lot about Japan, so chopsticks and hand fans
Yeah, hand fans.
Fan.
and yukata.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you for your time today.
Thank
you. Firstly, where are you from?
Austria, Vienna.
And
Also Austria.
okay. And how long have you guys been in Japan?
About 3 months, 3 to 4 months. Yeah.
3 to 4 months. And what
Yeah,
about
I
you?
came a bit later, 2 months for me.
2 months for you. What do you do in Japan?
I work in a technology company, international technology company.
And what about you?
I'm currently here for a dependent visa, so
Ah.
he got the job and I came here and I'm trying to find a job.
Okay, what kind of job are you looking for?
I'm a clinical psychologist in Austria, so yeah, my main language is German and maybe I'll try to do some counseling online.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so in German.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. And the topic of today is about shopping in Japan. So my first question is gonna be, is there anything that you wouldn't buy in January in your country, but because of this trading rate, you bought something in Japan?
Yeah, I think if you convert the price of everything, it
Yep.
just encourages you to spend a lot more money at the moment.
Yeah.
Because you look at stuff and you convert it to euro and you're like, oh, it's very cheap, right?
Yeah.
So I think in general, we probably buy more things, and then specifically when we were furnishing the apartment, I think we bought, more expensive things maybe that we wouldn't have bought otherwise, just higher quality. And then also I think we tend to spend a lot more on food now these days because fine dining restaurants and Michelin starred restaurants, everything seems so cheap, so you go out more and you spend more. And I think maybe for you it's clothes as well.
Yeah, for me it's Daiso. I love Daiso. We
Daiso,
both love Daiso. So we don't have anything compared to this in Austria, and so we could afford quite a lot of cooking stuff, which
stuff.
we wouldn't do in Austria probably.
Yeah,
because
lots
it's
of
really
small
expensive.
items that you don't really need, but you
but
buy them
They're
anyway.
very useful and
Okay.
very clever made.
Okay, so is there anything that you bought, but afterwards you think maybe we don't need this item? Is there anything?
I think there's maybe a few items, but for the stuff we don't need, we can just bring it back home as a gift. We just take it back to Austria
Okay.
and then gift it to somebody, hopefully.
Ah.
I bought yesterday. I bought 2 pots, even though I don't really need a pot.
Nabe?
Yeah.
Ah.
And so I'd already had a pot, so I don't really need it, but it looked so beautiful, so
Okay.
I just bought them, and I'll find somebody to gift it to.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. And the next question is gonna be, how much money did you spend for shopping during your experience in Japan?
I think most of the things we bought now were for the apartment, so I think they were quite expensive because you have to buy bed and sofa and TV and table. So I think we spent maybe around like 300,000-400,000 yen for the furniture. So, but still, if you compare what we would have spent to furnish an apartment in Vienna,
In your country,
it's
yeah.
much cheaper anyway. So yeah,
Like if you want to buy almost pretty similar items in your country,
Yeah.
how much will it take you to buy?
I think with the conversion right now,
Yeah.
it may be up to double. Yeah,
Double.
but the only thing that was quite expensive in Japan was TVs.
TVs.
TV, I've seen in the West, it's much cheaper, I think, because maybe you have more models. I don't know. The TV was the only thing where I felt like it was more expensive in Japan than.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like same quality with like 4K or 5K with things.
Yeah, I think even like Sony OLED 4K would be in Japan would be maybe 30% more expensive, even with the exchange rate. And yeah, so
my.
that was I'm not sure why, but that was the only thing that was
Okay.
like hard to buy or more expensive. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that guys from Europe do not buy
Yeah,
television.
don't bring a TV back on the plane.
Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, thank you for sharing.
No
And thank you
worries.
for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from Arizona State in the United States of America.
Arizona State. How long have you been in Japan?
I have been in Japan for about a month and a half.
A month and a half. And what brought you to Japan?
Well, I actually work in Japan now full time. I work for an American church. So,
Is this your first time in Japan?
This is, yeah.
And how long are you gonna stay in Japan?
Well, my visa is 3 years right now, so
3
for
years.
at least that amount of time, maybe a little bit shorter before I return back to the United States for a little bit, but I'm hoping to live in Japan for a long time.
The topic of today is about money. So my first question is there anything that you wouldn't buy generally in your country, but because of the cheap rate now, you bought something in Japan?
Yeah, the iPhone 14.
iPhone 14! How
Yeah.
much cheaper?
I would say probably about 30% cheaper every
30%
month.
cheaper.
Yeah, 30 to 40% cheaper because the phone plans are different in the United States than they are in Japan. And like you said, because of the exchange rate
Yeah.
in the US, it's really, really good here.
And the next question is, okay, how much money did you spend for shopping within this 1 month?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, I bought some sweaters because it's getting cold. I bought some pants because it's getting cold. You know, I'm from Arizona, so it's usually pretty hot there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've probably spent $200 in...
That's not too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not bad at all.
Yeah.
So that, you know, that includes personal spending, like going out, you know, not just buying clothes and stuff. But yeah, I would say it's been easy to save since I've been here.
Yeah, you definitely enjoy shopping in Japan than your country because everything
100%.
is,
Yeah.
everything is cheaper for you. too.
Yeah, and it's more fun.
Oh,
You know,
it's more fun.
Shibuya is
Oh yeah.
Shibuya and Shinjuku has, you know, all the shops and the
Yeah.
lights, and it's very lively, and
Yeah.
it's just not really that way in the United States. So, you know, that's a lot of fun for us.
Yeah. What is famous items for like gift?
Oh, like omiyage?
Omiyage.
When I came here, my roommate actually had bought me a bunch of Japanese candies and foods.
Candies and foods.
Yeah, so, you know, especially where I'm from, everybody likes to try the foods in other countries that they don't have in the United States.
Yeah.
So I think for me,
Yeah.
that's a big one. It's just trying different foods and bringing them to my friends. So, you know, there's lots of different Japanese
Yeah.
sweets and things like that we don't have in the United States that people want to try, and they're awesome. So I think, me personally, this might not be everybody, but I love to bring back just different foods that people can try that you wouldn't normally have in the United States. So that's my personal thing that I like.
So in the end, is there anything that you wanna know about Japan?
I mean, for you personally, what would be your go-to gift if someone came to came to Japan? What would you give them as a gift, a Japanese gift?
Okay, maybe it's difficult to like give, but I would like to buy electric toilet.
Oh, okay.
The electric toilet, it's a part.
Oh, I
it's
didn't
like
know that.
an item. You can just put it onto your toilet and
Wow.
plug into the.
I had no idea, so I am learning some new things at the moment. I might have to get one of those as well.
Yeah.
Gosh.
All right. Yeah. That's it for today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
very
for your
much.
time. Thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Where are you guys from?
In the United States of America?
From America. And how long have you been in Japan?
About 40 days or so now.
40 days. So what brought you to Japan?
The fact that it's just reopening right now. and
the border.
The border's reopening, so it'll be slightly less crowded than normal. So let's feel like it's a good time for us to come.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. The topic of today is about your shopping experience in Japan. So my questions will be, is this the main reason why you came to Japan with this timing?
It's not the main reason, as we kind of said. It's definitely a big bonus, though. There's this semi-perception that Japan is expensive in general.
Yeah.
But being here and like eating at restaurants or even getting hotels or Airbnbs, things are a lot cheaper than we expected.
It's been much more affordable than we had planned for. And I think if any other point in time that we had thought about coming to Japan, like this has definitely been like you said, a bonus.
Bonus, yeah. And next one is there anything that you wouldn't buy generally in your country, but because of this trading rate, you bought something in Japan?
Actually, souvenirs and things. We don't typically buy souvenirs in too much, but
Okay.
I think we went to Universal Studios,
Oh.
and we actually bought a couple of things to send back to our families back at home.
What did you guys buy?
So we bought like little figurines from like Mario Kart, the little Mario Karts, yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, something like that in the U.S. I think it was like 1,600 yen here. So it's close to like $12-ish, $13-ish. In the U.S., something like that would clearly be like $20-25. So it's nicer to buy
Huge
stuff like
difference.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think one thing we're looking for now is that we can't really get back at home is like one of those personal air conditioners that you can kind of wear around your neck. So for when it's warm. So we don't have that back in the U.S. So that'd be nice.
Yeah.
And next one is how much did you spend for shopping during this trip in total?
In total. So
Yeah. I don't know.
in shopping, actually, I don't know. We haven't spent that much in like items.
And I think at like Universal was like the most. It
Yeah.
was the only real time that we really wanted to spend money at that point.
And that was like 200 USD
yeah.
at Universal Studios to buy different things.
Yeah, aside from the tickets and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this your first time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
Universal
Okay.
Studios. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So what was it crowded?
Yeah, we went on a Monday, and it was still pretty crowded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it still took a lot of effort to plan to make sure to get on the rides and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about in the US? You guys have like Disneyland. Like if you go to Disneyland or something like that on the weekdays, is it crowded like in Japan?
Yeah, I think it's always crowded. Like there's always, even during the week, even off seasons and things like that, there's always people there.
Okay, so it's not only in Japan.
No.
No.
And in the end, what is famous items for souvenir?
A lot of sweets.
Sweets?
Yeah, a lot of the different flavored Kit Kats. I think the
That is
idea.
famous.
Yeah, I think we're gonna buy a bunch and then like make little goodie bags for people, so kind of mix them up. Different flavored Pockies. I think we're talking about chopsticks and things like that for some people.
Chopsticks.
Yeah. So maybe if we pick up some like yukatas or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for sharing and thank you for time. Thank you.
Thank you.